Hello everyone and welcome back to the GI Huddle. For today's episode, I'm here with EveryMatrix Group CEO Ebbe Groes. Hi Ebbe, thanks for joining us. And first of all, may I just say what a wonderful shirt you have on.
Thank you for complimenting me on that. Yeah, I'm trying to create a sense of spring here in the late autumn, early winter. Let's see how it works. It's a sunny day, so I thought I'd bring out my dog t-shirt. I can see you as well. Have put on some flowers.
Palm trees, yeah, exactly.
Palm trees.
In the UK, it's a little cold, so like you wanna create a sense that maybe I might be somewhere else.
Hopefully soon we can go there.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we kind of start on our industry business questions, can you also tell us about the helmets you have there in the background?
Yeah, they are my pride and joy. Those helmets. They are not to be worn in actual traffic. Only in case of emergency, when you really run out, or somebody very, very nice and sweet shows up and wants to sit on the back of your motorcycle. You can take one of these off. But yeah, I've been riding motorcycle for quite a few years. Still manage to get out from time to time. It's great. Very, very, very good relaxation. I recommend it.
No, certainly. Yeah, definitely. It's motorcycling, exciting, kind of unpredictable maybe, and that kind of links us to 2020 really. And if we sort of go into our kind of serious and business questions, looking at 2020, if it's possible, considering what a year it's been, could you sum it up for EveryMatrix?
Oh, it's just been wild. I'll say I put that word, wild. So many ups and downs, and huge movements that it's like unprecedented. But in the end, we came out really strong at the end, and makes me feel very, very good about going forward. To be able to go through a year like this and come out strong, then that means a normal year will do even better. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased.
Sure. I know for EveryMatrix this year has been esports has been very, very big for you this year, and I know you've spoken a lot about it across the different months. How much has this year sort of changed EveryMatrix's focus on esports as a company?
Yeah, of course, in our sports team. So we are very, as a company, we are very modular. So we have our sports guys and our casino guys and our payment guys, and they all do their things, and each have been hit in very, very different ways by events this year. So the sports team, of course, absolutely crucial to get this esports on running. And I think the biggest thing for us and for me personally has not so much been the fact that we managed to recover some revenues on esports, because we did and was very good. But it was the ability of the fine men and women of our sports division, that they were able to take on esports in such a short time. It is very different. It's a different audience. It's a different betting markets, different sports, different presentation. So a lot of new things that we had to do in a very short time, going from thinking, what is this COVID, unto suddenly being where everything gets locked down on a daily basis. You see tournaments disappearing in front of your very eyes, and then trying to replace this. So we worked really hard on it. We delivered really well, and at the same time, of course, as everybody's working from home as well. So yes, happy with the financial, but extremely happy about the team, and of course, it's also about it shows the ability of the software itself, because you can work ever as hard as you want, but if you're on a platform which really doesn't give you the agility to do new things easily, then you just give up. And when I look around, then I see clearly that some sportsbooks were able to do this like we were, and others basically gave up and said, well, we are going to hibernate and wait until this is all over, and we were going to just lick our wounds until then, and come out strong at the end, which of course is also viable, but but those guys will have been left with let's say some disappointment about their own abilities, and we weren't, and this is what I really take from this. esports as such, I mean, it's a fascinating topic in its own right, but yeah, I more look at it like this, and you know, it could as well have been some directive from a higher force saying everybody should now focus very hard on dog racing, and how well are you then at doing this in a very short time span. So now I know that we did on the esports. One of the interesting things that happened to us lately has been our US entry. So that is a similar type of approach. You have to work end to end to do esports. You have to create the markets and investigate new things you didn't know about before. You have to present them in different ways. You have different betting types. How many kills did you get on this round of shooting, etc., etc. So it's an end-to-end effort, and this way it's actually similar to what you would need as a, let's say, European sportsbook to enter the US market. That agility, that will stand as well.
You obviously talked a lot about sports and sportsbook itself there, because esports is quite linked to that. In 2020, obviously we had ups and downs for the sports betting calendar, but we also had for online casino. It was a stronger year, 2020. What kind of major trends have you seen this year in sports betting and in casino?
Yeah, this is where it's good for us that we are diversified, of course. So we, of course, did take a beating on the sports, esports aside. Still, we saw big drops, as everyone did, big drops in betting volumes on the sports. Of course, there's nothing to bet on. It was esports, and then massive amounts of table tennis. But yes, we have a very strong casino product, and actually it's the one where we have our largest clients. We have very large brands across Europe using our casino product, and by and large, all of them saw just huge boosts in activity in the real heights of COVID. May was like an extraordinary month on the casino, and so this was great. Our clients made a lot of money, and since we're revenue shares based, we also in turn made really good money on this. It came back, leveled out, and came back to, let's say, more normal. But even now, in November, when we are talking, we are still at a much higher level than we were in February. So certainly a lot of this has carried over, and companies have learned to exploit and manage the product better, and players have been attracted. And while some will return to offline betting, others are sticking to the online, and it has boosted everything around our casino, really. And in the end meant that actually COVID came out a net plus for us, with the casino actually outweighing the sports. And now in a very good situation, because now sports is back, and we are at the same levels as pre-COVID, which is really nice.
It's obviously a positive end to the year for sports betting, like you say, given the considerable lows throughout the year. But looking at the different verticals, so esports, sports, casino, and something we maybe not talked about yet, but virtuals as well. I know there's a lot of variables with lockdowns and with COVID, but what are your kind of hopes with these different verticals in 2021?
Yeah, I've been a big optimist when it came to esports, that it would maintain a large share, and I have to admit that it has been not quite as strong as I hoped it would be with the return of sports. But that said, I mean, we are still at much higher levels. Again, it's a little bit like the casino, much higher levels today in November, when there's a full sports calendar up and running here, than we were in November last year, pre-COVID. So esports has certainly taken hold and taken a significant share, And this is not small amounts. I mean, this is like a tenfold increase year on year on esports prepared. So with all said and done, and of course it means that now, where before it was so small that you would even wonder, is it worth bothering doing this? I mean, you might debate esports at the same level as some very, very exotic regular sport. Now it's become, let's say, around number 5 sports. It's behind football and tennis and basketball, but it's above many other the regular sports where before it was way down the line. In badminton level range or whatever, some tiny exotic thing for the specialists. Now it's a major thing, and that in itself means that it's getting the attention of our clients, and it's getting the attention of our development teams to continuously improve. We of course did a lot in a very short time, but that also means that there's much left that we could have done even better if we would have done a normal development process and said, oh, we're going to launch esports, it's going to be a 12-month project from end to end. We managed to squeeze it into a 3-month like flurry blitzkrieg attack on esports, and we got very far, and now we'll start iterating and the results will improve even further. We're continuously adding more content, more feed deals, more streaming, and so on, and improving in various dimensions. So, yeah, I feel bullish about it long term, absolutely.
And my final question to you is on 2021 again, but on a personal level and for EveryMatrix, and not just sort of vertical specific. What are your general hopes for the year?
Well, I have many hopes personally. But let's start with the company at least. We have taken a big step for us, which is to apply for this New Jersey license. We are aware that it's expensive and it's going to take a long time to enter the US market, but we are doing it based on having now gotten a strong business based on European customers. We feel ready for this. And my strong hope for this, obviously, is that we are going to launch a few clients. We'll be preparing a lot and putting a lot of effort into this. So let's go out and win some deals. On the European side, the main thing I'm hoping for is for our third big product to record some wins. So we've won some very, very strong deals and have them live for casino. We have seen very strong growth on our sportsbook. We have a payments division as well. It's a product we invested a lot in, and I'm hoping for a very good deal on this as well to lift this up to where our other products are today.
Well, Ebbe, thank you very much for your time and your answers, and I wish you the best of luck with all those ventures.
Thank you very much, Tom.
To our viewers, thank you for watching, and be sure to catch up on the latest news on GamblingInsider.com, where you can also see the latest issue of Gambling Insider magazine, which is the November-December issue. Until next time, see ya.